Welcome back to the My Managed Crew with Blackburn Rovers, and here we are, Champions League semi-final, both legs in this episode. So by the end of this one, we will find out if we are in the final of the Champions League. We're obviously still battling it out for the Premier League with Man City, and obviously moving into that FA Cup final against the Wolves, which will be in the next episode. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into this first match, leg one of the Champions League semi-final. We're going to need a big performance from our front line. Pedro, Delap leading up front. We've got Lambert and Rayner on the wings. Obviously, Semi, our captain. Phenomenal season he's had. Costa as well. And we've got Rayner with the ball. Whole pass back in there to Pedro. Ball sliding across. Hugo's inside as well, so Zeze's going to have to slide out. Does well to slow the play down. An advantage at the moment. Dollett with the ball. Back into the middle here. Tino. Silva puts enough pressure on there, but a poor pass out there by Rayner. Can we recover? Silva again. Beautiful defensive play there by the big guy. Rayner with the ball, waiting for Delap to run a bit of a hole here. He does well, chips it over the top. A hole in the middle. Goes over to Pedro, just a little bit too wide. Back to Rayner. Zeze. And Hugo here. Pedro. Let's take it out there. It's going to be a penalty. Now a free kick specialist, not cook specialist, is Lambert. He has put some shots on an absolute dime with two going in. Can he make it a third? Power, what we want. Oh, you're kidding me. Off the top bar. Can we recover? We can. Pedro. Zeze slowing it down to Semi. Back to Delap. Defence pushing. Back to Costa, Pedro, back to Lambert. Can he get it past? He can. First goal, a big one here for Blackburn. And Lambert, man that almost pocketed in that top corner off the penalty, does pick up the goal in the end. He's 8th of the season. Good ball movement to get the ball into the box here, and Lambert finishing it off. One of our youth academy graduates there. Pedro trying to push up. Costa. Hugo miscues the defensive play there. He does recover. Back into the middle by Dollett. Back into the box here, Zeze. Oh, sorry what to say. 28 minutes in here. Corner. I do go short. Semi comes up. Ball back into the box again. Blocked there by Hugo. And the ball goes wide. We're definitely lucky on that one. A couple of good defensive plays there. Obviously Hugo coming into the middle was strong. Now the ball goes out to Costa. Down to Rayner. Steps back on the inside. That's a great move. He does have Delap on the inside. Doesn't use him. Chips to Pedro. Unfortunately, defence slides quick enough. Ball down here. Silva trying to get back. Miscues again. Laze covering two. Misses on that one. Scrambled defence at the moment has been strong, and Saws with the save. Very lucky. All now with the ball. Gets on the outside here. Got Rayner. He finds Semi in the middle. Beautiful pass. Unfortunately goes for the big shot. And unfortunately it's going to be offside with that one. We're just before half. We've still got that 1 point advantage, but defence has definitely got tighter here. Love to get a second just before the half. Can we D up here? Get the ball back. We do. Pedro. Chip over the top. Delap. And it just goes wide, unfortunately. It was great defensive play there, but it just couldn't squeeze it in there just before the half. Looks like Pedro is on track to break the record of the Champions League. He's on 16 at the moment. Also got 3 potential matches if we win the semi-final. I'm sure he's going to score at least a couple for us. Semi, ball pass back into the middle. Costa sliding out. Support Hall here. Ball's going to have to get back as well. Hall marking the 2. Ball down the Delap here. Back to Semi. Gets down to Pedro. Steps back on the inside. Back to Reyna. Oh, beautiful pass through to Semi. That was beautiful ball movement there to pick up the second. Reyna working down the right hand side. Delap, Semi, Pedro all included. That pass just there. Enough power and accuracy. Puts his captain through a hole. And we'll pick up the second here. Exactly how we wanted to start the second half. 54 minutes in. Ball goes wide. Delap's tracking it. Back into the middle. Wide again. Got Semi in the middle as well, trying to push up. Oh, if we can score a third here in the first leg, that will put us in an absolute prime position to get through to the final. Pressure here by the front 3, doing well. Lambert pushing across. Unfortunately, Reyna covering the middle. Ball, Reyna. Got to be wary that we don't leave big holes by trying to be so aggressive. Costa miscues. Ball back into the middle here. Costa, great defensive play on that one in the end. Pedro steps back. Long ball through to Delap. Unfortunately, the pass just didn't get him into the hole where he needed to get around that defender. A bit risky here. Can we defend? Can we pick it up? We can't, unfortunately. Good attempt there by Pedro and Semi. 75th minute now. Costa sliding. Step back on the inside. Costa slows it down though. Ball back into the middle. Semi sliding across to the right. Ball coming up. Does well there, Hall. Great defensive play there by the wing back. Unfortunately, Lambert overcommits. Runs it straight into the defender. Hugo cuts it off. Great play. There's it over to Delap. Taps it back to Pedro. Down to Reyna. Back to Delap. Waits for Hall. Does well. Shot for the goal, but unfortunately the keeper comes up. Look to take the 2-point advantage into the second leg if we can defend here, just to round out the match. Costa has got to slide across here. Does well. Unfortunately, Dino now with the ball. Reyna. Nice play there by Zeze. We do clear it. And that's going to be a wrap of this one. We do go into the second leg with a 2-point advantage. A little bit scrappy in the end. We had a real good start to the match, but lost a bit of momentum going into that second half. 34-66 split on possession. 85% passing rating. Pedro, an 8.8, and our man of the match. Next up, we are going to jump straight into the Premier League here. We do have Chelsea, obviously up the top of the ladder as well in 6th position. We are going to do a couple of changes just to keep our squad healthy for that next Champions League match. And that will be with Foster starting on the right wing. We will bring on Pecunia as well. Santos will get a run on the left wing back, and then Palomino in the middle. It is against Chelsea, so definitely no slouch, but we should be right with this squad. We do obviously had some great form with them so far this season. Palomino in the middle. And we'll see how he goes with the captain on the bench. Obviously got Zeke starting up front with Delop on the bench as well. Resting him ready for the Champions League. Palomino back to Foster. We'll chip over the top to Zeke. Oh, it's got it there, but a defence there squashes him in the middle. Palomino sliding. Hewitt with the ball. Defensive pressure, but he does clear it. Foster. Palomino. Both of them sliding across. Acuna trying to get up there. Nice block. Foster gets the ball back. Does well. Back to Palomino. A chip over the top, but that was a poor chip over the top. We've got to clear it over the defender there. It was just a little chip. Momo. Out to Palmer. Boy. Laze trying to defend here. Missteps. Nunez. Pick up the first. The back pedal ball roll. Made Zeze commit there. He just drags him in and then finds his striker Nunez. Wide open here. And he just rolls it across the floor. Saul's unable to get across. Chelsea pick up the first. 18 minutes in. Pedro with the ball. Out to Foster. He does a nice spin move there on his defender. Steps back. Needs support. Little ball through to Pedro. Again, defence. Cuts him off before he can take the shot. It was a nice play there by Foster. But unfortunately, Chelsea's defence too strong. Second opportunity here. Foster on the outside. Back to Pedro. Steps back in. Again, the defender gets in the way. Ball with the ball. Third opportunity. Foster tries to get it around to Zeke. Chelsea's definitely D'ing up at the moment. We're really struggling to find some holes in that back line. Palmer with the ball. Saws with the save. Nice play. Nunez. Second attempt. It was a bullet shot as well. Foster will chip over the top. That was not an ideal chip. But he makes do. Zeke with the ball. Ben's all up on him. What can he do? Down to Acuna. Back to Zeke. Down to Hall here. Losses it. Man, but unfortunately unable to get underneath it. Olmo with the ball. Foster again defensively coming across. Great play. Palomino around the defender. Again, defence too strong. Got Silva sliding here. Ball back into the middle. Palmer, Nunez. Laze backpedaling as well. Great play. Ball. Counter attack here, and we're going to go into the break. Unfortunately, we're 1-0 down. Chelsea scoring that one in the 18th minute. Offensively, not too bad. At attack, we've just been a little bit sluggish, a little bit not as crisp as you want with some of the shots and passes. That's a poor play there. Nunez straight through. Go back in. Enzo with the ball. It's around Lambert. It's a back to Olmo. Just a tap back. Defensively, we just backpedal off him there. That is not how you want to defend here in a critical Premier League match. Camera goes chaotic. Apologies for that. But 52 minutes in, haven't even looked like scoring at the moment. And Chelsea has got the ball. Santos. All into the box here. And Nunez taps it on Olmo for the second. We are falling apart here just after the half. Taps it back. He just curls it around. Saws there. We've got to definitely D up better than that, but our attack has been very amateur. Palomino with the ball. Foster doesn't use him. He's waiting for Zeke to run a hole. He does. Gets back to Pedro. Driven. Unfortunately, too strong between the post. Lambert, ball into the box. Silva underneath. Unable to get it. Clearance. Back to Lambert. Chip over the top to Zeke. Not the best attempt. Palomino with the ball. Foster. Tap back to Zeke. And defensively, Chelsea's backline have absolutely shut us down at the moment. Palomino, poor pass. Foster is doing well defensively. Silva sliding across here. Gets in the way, slows it down. Foster coming in to support. Got Bacuna in the middle as well, and Silva gets a foot in there. Palomino now with the ball. He's got no striker with him at the moment, so he steps back. Pedro. Zeke. Back to Hall here. We'll chip over the top. Should have just put it on the ground here, but Pedro. It's going to be wide left. That just pretty much sums up how this match has been for us. Just not polished as we need to be to score these goals. Lambert sliding across as well. Palomino trying to push up as well. Would love to just get a goal. Don't want a clean sheet. Zeze. Nice defensive play. Poor pass there by Hugo. The boy got the ball back. Chelsea just chewing the clock down at the moment. Palmer. Zeze's going to cut it off. Palmer gets on the inside. Zeze, good recovery. Ball into the middle. Foster down the Hall. What can we do here? Steps back. Back to Foster. Zeke with the ball. Tries to step back on the inside. Again. Driven. Too strong between the post. And it's going to be a wrap on this one. We do not pick up the 3 points. This could be critical to our plan to take out the championship, the Premier League. Depending on what happens with Man City here, we could fall to second. 45-55 split on possession. Foster was our man of the match. And hopefully Liverpool pick up that victory against Man City. But before we get into that one, we've got to get back into this Champions League. Leg 2, we're up 2-0. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Make sure you do hit that like button as it does help the channel grow. And if you're new around here and enjoy the series, make sure you hit subscribe. Hopefully that momentum hasn't been lost with that performance against Chelsea in the Premier League. Pedro currently 1 goal away from tying the Champions League record. Let's see if he can break it today. I think we need a performance like that from Pedro to advance here in the semi-final. Reina pushing out Costa as well. Hall does well to get in front of that one. Unfortunately trips over. Reina slide in. Penalty advantage and Costa gets behind it. Play on here. Come under. Got Reina. He's got Delop with it. Beautiful pass through to Delop. He does have the pace. Can he put it around the keeper? He does. Exactly how we wanted to start this one. 8 minutes in. We pick up 3-point clearance here in the semi-final. Delop Uses his pace on the right-hand side. Straight past him here. Curls it in. And just taps it past the keeper. Alvarez back to Commander. Semi pushing up. Rayner. Lambert sliding across. That's his 5th goal in the Champions League out of 12 matches. So he's up there with the rest. See Pedro well above the pack. But he is an absolute superstar. Hugo sliding out here. Unfortunately, he's not getting in where he needs to be. Lambert needs to get in the middle. Coutinho almost got around Lambert. Dullett with the ball. Great defensive play. Hugo taps it over the top and Hall down to Rayner. We counter-attack. Slows it down because Delop's not really in the hole where you need it to be. Taps it down to Pedro. Back to Lambert here. Keeper just absolutely blocking everything, but it's going to be a penalty here against Dullett. It appears that he might have taken out Lambert in the craziness of those shots. And he does, straight between the legs there. We have a potential opportunity here to get a 2-point clearance in this match, which will be 4 on the aggregate. And can Pedro tie the record with this shot? He does. Keeper goes left. Pedro goes right. 43rd goal of the season. Obviously, he's 17th in the in the Champions League. He hasn't had to kick much from penalty to get those goals. Most of them have been free-flowing. It's always nice to get them when you can. Semi sliding up here, trying to get across. Dullett with the ball. Hugo miscues again. Steps in when he should be stepping out. Beze's having to slide. Blocks it off. Tino chips over the top, but unfortunately a little bit too wide. Ball. Wasn't the best clearance. Silva slows it down. Rayner's in there as well. Dullett with the ball. Oh, beautiful pass there from Dullett. Pedro for the record. He does. Beautiful goal there. And that's what we've seen so much of this season. Full flight from Pedro. Defender couldn't catch him. He puts it in that top left pocket. Fantastic goal there by the superstar striker. Tino now. Alvarez. 5-0 on that aggregate at the moment. All pushing up. Ball back there. Hall does well. Rayner. Looks like it could have been taken out. He was. Can we play advantage? We can't. It's going to be a penalty. Hall. One Semi in the middle. It's a poor pass there by Semi. Hall's going to have to slide. Does well. Going to be a penalty though. Just before the half. So much has happened in this first half. We're up 5-0. We've still got 45 minutes to go. So it's not over yet. Rayner with the ball. Beautiful pass there from Semi. Takes a shot. You think the keeper's coming out. We try to chip over the top, but it was an absolute horrendous chip. That one. Way over the top bar. But we go into the second half here. Pedro's legs taken out. Not how you want to start. We don't want any injuries. Hugo down to Silva. Hasn't scored yet for Blackburn. Silva been great defensively. Love to get his name on the board. Lambert almost gets that shot away. After this match, we've got another critical 3 points against Crystal Palace. Look at that. FC's listening. They bring it up on the corner. It's a critical match against Crystal Palace. We've had massive battles with them over the past. In other seasons, they can be a real challenge for us. For some reason, we just somewhat struggle with them. Semi with the ball here, back to Pedro. Save there. So, yeah, it's going to be a massive match to round out this episode. We get that 3 points. We're only, 2 matches away from picking up that Premier League. But we've got Man City that is, unstoppable at the same time. So, we need those wins. That's for sure. Ball back into the box. It looks very similar to last season where it's going to go down to the final match, I think. It's, unfortunately defence there just falls apart. But as I was saying with the Premier League, I think it's just going to go down to the final match. The way things are looking, Man City wins it, we win it. There's a 1 point clearance at the moment. I think it's the first team that breaks. He's going to come second here in the Premier League. So it's exciting into the season. Let's see if we can pick up that victory. It didn't help that we lost to Chelsea, but fingers crossed we can make that up against Crystal Palace. 67 minute here. Let's focus on this Champion League. Ball back across the left-hand side. Acuna defensively trying to put some pressure on. Hugo as well, great play. Puts it back to Hugo. He's got Pedro in the middle. Beautiful pass down to Pedro. Save there by the keeper, keeping it wide. Back into the middle, Delap trying to slide across. Ball back to the keeper. Can he get across here, Pedro? Unable to do so. Clearance, Hugo underneath it. Down to Lambert. Down to Delap. To Rayner. Back to Delap. Beautiful pass there, but Delap cuts it off. Back to Semi here. Pedro. Again, defensively. Too strong. We've got Carter on the field now for Zeze. Misses on that one. Acuna sliding. Go back out here. Back into the middle. Carter. Missteps. Oh, Saws with the save. A big one there. 87th minute now. Going to bring on Santos just to round out the match. We don't want any injuries to our main lineup. We've got Machado, who's now on the field. Obviously, our youth academy player. Taking a shot there. Almost gets it past Saws. Puts it wide. Good to see him playing here in the Champions League semi-final. Doesn't get much game time, but good to see some of our youth academy players playing well for other clubs. And that's it. We pick up that victory. In all honesty, the Juventus match was a lot harder, but you've got to take your wins when you can, and we are going into the final. So we've got a real possibility to pick up the treble in the next episode. We've got the FA Cup final against the Wolves, and then we've got the Champions League final. Not sure who that's going to be up against, but we'll find that out after this match. In the Premier League, as mentioned, Crystal Palace. They're obviously in a bit of a slump themselves in the Premier League, but when they do verse us, they always seem to give us a bit of trouble. Let's see how we go. Critical 3 points. That's what we're pushing for. Obviously, Pedro scoring 2 in the Champions League. Let's see if you can bring that momentum across here today. Ball back into the middle here. Phillips with the ball. Costa's going to have to slide Silva as well. Kind of just letting him run straight through the middle there. Costa. There's a good defensive play there by him. Lambert with the ball. Steps back. Ball pass by Lambert. Silva. Hugo cuts it off. Great play. Again, poor pass there by Silva. We go from a good play to a terrible one. Ball into the middle here. And Elliott picks up the first goal here, 9 minutes in. Obviously previously played for Blackburn, went to Liverpool. Now he's at Crystal Palace. Taps it across the front line there. And Saul's unable to save that one. Not the start we wanted. See if we can bounce back. Pedro with the ball. Out to Lambert. Go back into the middle here. Semi has to slide. Rayner pushing down. Same with Costa. Great play there by Costa. Lambert with the ball. He's got Pedro on the outside. Finds him. He step back. He does. Great shot. But keeper, John Stone, stretches out for that one. Lambert puts it in the box. Rayner. Oh, what a shot there by Rayner. A scissor kick to secure the draw at the moment, to tie it up. I'm lost for words. Rayner, what a shot. Have a look at this one. Puts it in the box. Over the defender. That is an absolute beautiful goal there. We tie it up there. A great goal. Phillips gets it out here. Would love to get a second quick. Can we defend up and cause a mistake? Semi pushing. That's what we want. Counter-attack. Hugo leaves the ball behind. Slows the counter-attack possibility down. Semi. All back in to Pedro. Does well. Steps back over. Bodies in. That is the strength you want to see from your striker. Bounces off the defender. Holds his balance. And curls it past the keeper. It gets us that 1 point lead here. Have a look at this. Steps back in. Bounces. Defender comes over to support him. Not going to stop him. Gets the second. Ball out wide here. Pedro pushing up. Ball goes wide and kept in on that one. Ferguson now with the ball. Pedro, nice defensive play, but Lambert unable to pounce on that one. Back into the middle. Phillips gets it out wide to Mitchell. Ball's going to have to slide here with 33 minutes in to the first. We definitely want to hold him out here before we go into the half. Mitchell with the ball. Back in. Ball, nice defensive play. Gets it around to Rayner. It's on the outside. Steps back into Delap. Waiting for Pedro to run a hole. It just doesn't. And Delap's pass just too straight and right into the defender's feet. It's like Chelsea pick up the victory, or they scored a second against Nottingham Forest. Ball into Elliott. And he ties it all up just before the half. Not what we wanted. Oh, that's frustrating. He just hits the hole there. Zeze flat-footed. And down the short side once again. Our Achilles heel with Saws letting him in. Say some absolute bangers and then lets goals in like that. Frustrating, that's for sure. Lambert with the ball. Steps back in the inside. That was a poor play there by Lambert, but it's going to be a penalty. Down to Silva. Down to Semi. Chip over the top to Lambert. Taps on, but unfortunately just wasn't as accurate as we'd like. We're going to go into the break here. All tied up. 2-2. And a big one. Crystal Palace bounce back. Delap with the ball here. Absolutely bodied there by the defender. Surprised he got up there. Silva with the ball. Gets it down to Semi. Can he get it to Lambert? He can. That shot just... not enough effort in that one, but he's going to be offside anyway. He probably already knew about that one. Ball goes over the top. Costa underneath. Pedro couldn't recover. Holding with the ball. Semi sliding out. Covering the left. Pedro in the middle. Semi almost cut him off. Almost close that gap down there. Hugo's going to have to push. Got tapped sober. Running down the right wing at the moment. He chips over the top. You've got a centre back at the moment making a sprint down the right wing. Very rare you see that happen. Especially a guy that size. Semi pushing in, trying to defend up without causing a penalty. It's a poor play there by Semi. He should have cleared it. Hugo. Silva. Great defensive play there. Saws with absolute critical save on the line. The defensive line needs to defend better than that. We were just ultimately running into him and not really clearing it there. Hall with a terrible pass out. Xerxes again in the middle, causing trouble. Mitchell gets on the outside of Hall. Daze sliding across, does well. Chips it over the top. Delop with the ball. It's got Semi. Finds him. It's got Pedro with him. Can he put that down to him? He can. Keeper. John Stone unfortunately didn't come up on that one. We tried the chip over the top. Probably should have went with power instead. And chip over the top to Semi here. We are desperate to get this win. We cannot get a draw here, or it could be all over Red Rover for the Premier League title. Lambert pushing down. Hugo. And have Zeze slide across. Does well, slows it down, but the clock is ticking. Got Hugo, beautiful play there. Semi with the ball. Poor pass, but Lambert picks it up. Pedro with it now. Back to Hugo. Down to Semi. Sets himself. By the defender. 83rd minute here. Paul. Down to Rayner. We'll chip over the top to Hall here. Puts it into the box. Back to Delop. Oh, you're kidding me. 86th minute. Delop. 24th goal of the season. An absolute critical goal there. But Hall, again, aggressive down that right wing. Gets himself around two defenders. Finds his striker in the middle. Keeper does get a hand to it. But Delop hits it with too much power. It's 2-3 here. We need to defend. We cannot afford to drop that off just here to round it out. That's his 16th goal of the Premier League. He's 24 so far this season. Hugo pushing up. We're in extra time here. Lambert calls a penalty inside the box. Costa's going to have to push up. Ball into the box here. Silva cleared out to Costa. Pedro. That's going to be it. Critical 3 points. We win it 2-3. Another classic battle at Crystal Palace, as always. Got a 65-35 split on possession. 77 passing rating. That wasn't the best. You got Rayner as an 8.7 as well. And there we have it. That's going to be the end of the episode. This is what we've got in the final season finale. We've got Tottenham, who are currently in 3rd position, and Wolves to round out the Premier League. As I mentioned earlier, I think we need to win both those matches against Spurs and Wolves if we've got any chance of picking up the Premier League, because Man City will be doing the same. And it's that 1 point clearance. We've got the FA Cup match against Wolves after that, and then we round out this season with the Real Madrid Champions League final. that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure you do hit that like button, as it does help the channel grow. And if you did enjoy this episode and want to see the series, make sure you do hit subscribe. Going to have the season finale next up, and that is for the treble. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.